So you want more energy, you want more focus, you want more confidence, do you want more courage? Stay tuned. I've got more for you. Hi there. It's Michael again with the Unleash Academy, the home of real education. So many times we all feel like we need more. We find ourselves wanting more, desiring more, craving more. More energy. What if I had more confidence in myself? What if I could focus better on my work? What if I had more money? What if I had more of this and more of that? The world we live in now makes us feel like we never have enough and we are never enough. That is how the world makes us feel. And we buy into that so many times. And oftentimes we think that to have more happiness or to have more satisfaction or to achieve more fulfillment in life, we feel that we must go into the world and get something or do something in the world to become more fulfilled, to have more. And so many people think nowadays that to have more or if they get more, they will experience more bliss, more peace, more joy, more happiness. And the list goes on. Now, that isn't anything new under the sun. That began many millennia ago in the Garden of Eden, for those of us who remember the story. Adam and Eve were created, we are told, in the image of God. They were like God. And then one day a serpent appears. Of course, we know that it's the devil, Satan, in disguise in the form of a serpent. And he manages to convince Eve and to deceive her into thinking that she will become like God if she eats of the fruit of the tree. Now, Eve was already like God, made in his image and likeness. Eve did not need to eat a fruit in order to become like God or to have more wisdom or to be more exalted. She was already all of that. But she bought into the lie. And it's the same lie that so many of us are buying into nowadays. We think that to have more or to get more, we need to buy something or do something in the world. Now, wanting more energy or wanting more focus or wanting more courage or confidence isn't necessarily a bad thing. The problem is that many times we simply do not recognize where the source is. We need to understand where the source is, and if we truly understand who we are, then we'll understand where the source is. Now, what if you had more energy? What if you could experience more energy every single day? What would that do for your life? How would you feel having more energy as you began your day? Isn't it interesting that after a full night's rest, after we have slept all night long, we get up in the morning and so many of us, the first thing we default to is a cup of coffee. Have you ever thought about that? Why would we need coffee after sleeping throughout the course of the night? I mean, if somebody gets less than the usual 6 to 8 hours, I can understand they may want something to stimulate them and to get them going. But if you have had at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep per night, why do you need coffee in the morning? Have you ever thought about that? So, how would you feel if you could start your day having more energy? What would you be able to do? Let's say you had more focus. Let's say you were able to bring more focus to your work. How many more things would you be able to accomplish throughout the course of the day? How much more productive would you be if you had more focus? What about if you had greater confidence in yourself? Then you might not feel that feeling of anxiety deep down in your gut when they ask you to make your presentation. You wouldn't always hear that negative voice in your mind telling you that you're going to fail again if you try, if you had greater confidence. Not to mention having more courage. What would that do for you? I mean, absolutely nothing would be able to hold you back anymore if you had more courage to do the things that you really wanted to do. Correct? Yeah, I think I am. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you understand who you are, then the simple solution to having more energy, more focus, more confidence, and more courage is simply to infuse more of yourself into your life, because you already have all of that. You must understand that you are energy. Human beings, do you know that every single thing in our world, including us, we are all composed of energy. So it's not that someone needs more energy, it's that they simply need to unleash themselves. And that is the problem. We do not bring ourselves fully into our life. There are many blocks, many things that hold us back from allowing us to step fully and to come fully into our lives. And that's why we feel as if we need more. When in truth and in fact, the problem is not that we need more. The problem is that we need to learn and discover how to release, how to unleash the fullness of ourselves, the fullness of who we are. You want more focus? Well, you have an amazing mind that's already geared to deal with any task. You don't need more focus. You simply need to bring your mind fully into whatever you are doing. In other words, you just need to unleash yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have been conditioned to think in a wrong direction. So that's why we keep pursuing things, going after things in the outside world. We do it the opposite way. We ought to be getting within and bringing what is inside outside, unleashing the stuff inside outside. That is what we are to do, not the other way around. We don't go outside and try to bring stuff in. We start on the inside and release it, unleash it to the outside world. So many of us have been going in the wrong direction for most of our lives, if not all of our lives. And when I discovered this, it completely transformed my life. What I'm sharing with you right now is life-changing and mind-blowing. And I didn't realize it all at first, but I started to implement certain practices in my life. Practices that allow me to harness the power of mind, body, and spirit. And as I started to do that every day in my life, I started to discover that I was experiencing greater levels of energy, greater levels of focus in my work, greater confidence in myself. So I no longer felt afraid. I no longer felt that I had to hold myself back from anything. I started to experience greater levels of courage, so that no matter the task or challenge ahead of me, I felt like I had all that I needed to step up to the challenge and to step up to the task and to conquer it. And this can be your experience as well if you discover how to unleash yourself. How to unleash yourself so that you experience full energy, full focus, full confidence, and full courage in your life and in your work every single day. Now, my approach harnesses mind, body, and spirit. If you can just use your mind, and that may help you to accomplish a certain level of success. If you use your mind and body, that will allow you to accomplish a greater degree of success. But if you utilize and tap into the power of all three elements that comprise your being as a human, mind, body, and spirit, then your chances of success in accomplishing your goals would go up exponentially, because you are now bringing every part of your being into your pursuits, into your ambitions, into your goals. So to summarize, the quickest solution for you in order to solve the problem of having more, creating more, experiencing more energy and focus and confidence and courage in your life is simply to unleash yourself. When you show up with 100% of your being, 100% of your mind, body, and spirit every single day in your life and in your work, you are naturally going to bring more energy. All of your energy is going to come. All of your focus will be present. All of your confidence will be present. All of your courage will be present to meet the demands, to meet the tasks, to meet the challenges that you have to face. It's not that you need to go and get more energy. It's not that you need to get more focused. It's not that you need to become more confident. Don't you understand who you are? You have an indomitable spirit within you, and you have infinite potential. That is who you are. But because many of us have forgotten who we really are, and we get caught up in the world and with the social media today, because we have lost, many of us, unfortunately, the sense of our true identity, we feel then that we need to go and get these things in the outside world when they are already here within. And that is why the core of my message, the core of my work, speaks to this simple, singular concept: unleash, release. And that is the key. That is the key to creating abundance in your life, to experiencing greater levels of joy and satisfaction, to being able to do more with each day, with the 24 hours that you have been given. Because when you unleash yourself, you have greater energy to do the things that you really want to do. When you unleash yourself, you have greater focus so that you can commit to your work, become more productive, and therefore more successful. When you unleash yourself, you have greater confidence because you understand who you are, and you understand that there is nothing that holds you back, because you are comfortable with your identity. As they say, comfortable being in your own skin. And when you unleash yourself, you have full courage, all the courage in the world, to attempt any endeavor. And I'm becoming very passionate now. You have all the courage in the world to attempt any endeavor, because you are unleashed. I want you to think about that, how amazing you would feel if you had more courage. Maybe you want to start a business, but that voice, that negative voice, kept telling you that you couldn't do it. Maybe you might fail. I've got a solution for you. Unleash yourself. At the Unleash Academy, we perpetuate and teach the fact that every single human being is endowed with potential that is so infinite and great that we are able and capable of breaking through any barriers when we unleash ourselves. When a human being becomes fully unleashed, there is no challenge, there is no barrier, there is no obstacle that human being cannot surmount and overcome and break through to get over to the other side. Unleash yourself. Harness the power of your mind, your body, and your spirit to experience your full energy, your full focus, your full confidence, and your full courage in your life and work every day. These are the words of the guy with the heart on his head, reminding you that when you unleash, when you release yourself, anything becomes possible. When you unleash yourself, you'll have the energy, the focus, the drive, the confidence, the courage to really go after the things that you desire, and you'll have more success in achieving them and in accomplishing them. I wish you blessings for the day. Take good care until I join you again, and have a great weekend in advance. Bye bye for now.